In our earlier or midday newscast, we spoke about the cases of COVID-19 or new cases of COVID-19 in Jamaica. We're very happy to have on the line veteran journalist Earl Moxam, and he's here to give us an update from the land of wood and water. Good afternoon, Mr. Moxam. How are you?
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. I'm all right.
Thank you once again for being available on short notice. But we're looking forward to getting a status update in terms of figures. This is COVID-19 figures in Jamaica. Thanks.
Yes. Well, the authorities reported 19 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday, and that brings the total confirmed cases since March 10 to 809. But let me quickly clarify that the recoveries now stand at 706. So you have to subtract the 706 from the 809. So we have significantly fewer active cases at the moment. But certainly 19 new cases is not something to scoff at. And I think there were also, I think, a double-digit increase the day before that as well, meaning more than 10 new cases on Sunday as well.
Now, what I found interesting is some of the age ranges that they're talking about. Can you give me an idea of that? Because I heard on the higher end is 70, but on the lower end, the person hasn't hit double digits as yet.
Right. We have had cases. In this instance, you have ages ranging from 3 to 70 years. And so it is, in fact, affecting the very young and the aged. So one cannot be complacent as far as the infections are concerned. I think it is of some comfort, perhaps, that we seemingly have not been having as many cases that of persons who are seriously ill, requiring being placed in intensive care units and intubation, etc. But nothing can be taken for granted in terms of how we approach this, and therefore there are concerns about whether we should continue to allow visitors from the United States, particularly the tourists, for example, and especially in light of the fact that the Bahamas has taken a step up again, excluding Americans, because they see the rising figures in the United States once again. And therefore, I'm sure, well, in fact, the Jamaican authorities, the Minister of Tourism, has spoken about it. He is obviously very, very reluctant to close the borders to American visitors again. But he did concede that if it continues to get to worsen, then Jamaica would have to revisit that issue.
All right, so we want to thank you so much, Earl Moxam. And the thing is, you speak of being reluctant to close the borders to visitors from the United States. There is one person who I see on Instagram from time to time, and I think she's making a road trip across Jamaica because she is just around the place. But I don't know if she takes off her mask before she takes those pictures. But at the same time, it's very interesting.
Yes. The government has established a so-called resilient corridor in which the visitors are allowed to travel within that corridor, stay within that corridor, don't go beyond that, and they are hoping that those kinds of stringencies, if indeed they are stringent enough, will suffice.
All right, so once more we want to thank you, Earl Moxam, Special Assignments Editor of the RJR Group.